Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden on Monday blamed President Trump for deadly violence over the weekend after Trump supporters in Portland, Oregon, clashed with racial equality advocates.
He may believe mouthing the words "law and order" makes him strong, but his failure to call on his own supporters to stop acting as an armed militia in this country shows how weak he is.
On Saturday in Portland, one person was shot and killed following confrontations between a caravan of Trump supporters, some of them armed, and Black Lives Matter demonstrators who have held nightly protests for the last 3 months. The shooting victim in Portland was affiliated with a conservative activist group called Patriot Prayer. President Trump called the counter-protesters in Portland who support him great patriots on Twitter Sunday. Last week in Kenosha, Wisconsin, a Trump supporter shot 3 people, 2 fatally, during protests that erupted there after a black man was shot in the back 7 times during a confrontation with police. At the Republican National Convention, President Trump denounced racial equality demonstrators as anarchists and criticized Democrats for condoning violence committed by these groups to maintain support from African American voters.
If the Democrat Party wants to stand with anarchists, agitators, rioters, looters, and flag burners, that is up to them. But I, as your president, will not be a part of it.
Biden on Monday strongly denounced any violence committed by supporters or opponents.
It's lawlessness, plain and simple. And those who do it should be prosecuted. Violence will not bring change. It'll only bring destruction.
President Trump is planning to visit Kenosha this week, even though Wisconsin's Democratic Governor Tony Evers urged him not to come, saying in a letter, "Your presence will only delay our work to overcome division." Portland's Democratic Mayor Ted Wheeler also criticized Trump for allegedly fomenting hate and division in the country. Trump called Wheeler a fool on Twitter for not calling in the National Guard to restore order. Biden has tried to make Trump's inability to contain the coronavirus pandemic the primary campaign issue. It is unclear whether Trump's law and order focus will change the dynamics of the race, but polls now show Biden's lead over Trump shrinking in key swing states like Michigan and Pennsylvania. Brian Patton, VOA News, Washington.